guys, today we'll be doing carpal tunnel surgery. Carpal tunnel is when you're like using a mouse. Let me fix that. You're using a mouse so very often that right here in your hand, because it's always like this. So right here in your hand, it just like gets not stuck, but it creates a pain, it creates a problem, and yeah, that's basically it. So let's go ahead and get started into the surgery. Surgery Simulator is a website where you can go and you can perform surgeries. I'll make sure I put the link down below so you guys can go perform a surgery yourself. This is pretty great. I love it.
Welcome to Surgery Squad's virtual limited open carpal tunnel release surgery.
Okay.
I'm Dr. Jeff, and I will be guiding you through the procedure today. Carpal tunnel syndrome is characterized by a tingling numbness or pain in your hand and sometimes forearm. It develops due to the swelling of a ligament in the wrist known as the transverse carpal ligament. The swelling of the transverse carpal ligament creates pressure on the median nerve in your wrist. This nerve is responsible for supplying feeling and movement to various parts of the hand. Performing repetitive motions with the hand or wrist over a long period is the main cause of carpal tunnel syndrome, and the condition is more commonly seen in women.
I'm gonna pause them real quick. If you were to take your finger and just kind of like press right here, you can feel them moving in there. It's pretty cool. I don't know why it's cool. If you go like this, you can also feel them moving. I don't know, it's pretty cool.
And then men. Researchers have also discovered that other medical problems such as alcoholism, arthritis, diabetes, obesity, and infections could also lead to carpal tunnel syndrome. Today we'll be operating on a patient who has been diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome after experiencing numbness and weakness in the palm of his hand and thumb. Now let's put on our gloves and get started. The limited open carpal tunnel release surgery is performed using a local anesthetic that numbs the carpal tunnel area of the hand and wrist. If a patient is nervous or uncomfortable, I'll sometimes use a sedative as well.
Ooh.
A sedative is a drug given through an
like
IV that places the patient in a dreamlike state. However, our patient today will only receive the local anesthetic. Go ahead and get the operating area numb.
Okay. I'll poke you here, sir. Let me know if you feel any discomfort. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And now you're beginning to bleed. Oh, I have to do this. It's my job, sir.
With the wrist anesthetized, we can now begin the operation. I've already tied a tourniquet around the patient's upper arm. Can you go ahead and outline where we'll be making our incision?
Different colors. You've been zombified. Oh, God, I'm horrible at tracing. Back in kindergarten, I could not trace whatsoever. You know how you like trace your name? Look at this crap. Oh my God. You're gonna have so many slits in your hand. You know what? Let's just draw a skeleton. Let's be emo today. Right there. That's so wrong.
Looks good to me. We'll be making a 3/4 inch incision at the intersection of those lines. Now take the scalpel and make the incision.
Oh. Really don't want a
nice.
Doctor, whatever
I couldn't have done it better myself.
Could have. You're a
now
doctor,
we'll
I'm
spread
not.
the incision wider to expose the transverse carpal ligament. This band of tissue is the cause of the problems.
Okay.
Place the retractors into the incision and spread it open.
Oh!
I think you're a natural at this. With the transverse carpal ligament exposed, I'll need you to slip a carpal tunnel guide into the incision. This is a blunt-tipped instrument with a groove on the upper surface to accommodate a special knife. The carpal tunnel guide is placed down the carpal tunnel to protect the underlying...
That noise. Shing, 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 shing. Like, that's not calming at all, doctor. Not soothing. Put on some whale sounds, motion waves. Maybe that'll soothe me down. Then the shing, shing sound. Crazy.
...nerve and tendons. Go ahead and push the carpal tunnel guide into place.
So you can slice my hand open even more? I think not, doctor.
Once it's in position, you'll advance our special knife down the guide to split the carpal ligament.
Ooh.
As you push the knife forward, you will feel it cutting through the carpal ligament.
You can actually feel it? Like the doctor can feel in the knife it cutting. Oh boy, okay. Whoa, I feel it in the mouse. Not really. I don't like that.
Perfect. With the transverse carpal ligament cut, The median nerve is no longer inflamed. Now we can begin to clean and close the incision. Go ahead and irrigate the wound.
Irrigate? What does that even mean?
When you're finished, I'll release the tourniquet, allowing blood to flow back into the hand. Great!
Oh,
now
boy.
you'll close the wound using non-absorbable sutures.
Suture. Suture, that's a nice word. Suture. I like that word. Suture.
With the
Suture.
wound closed, we'll inject additional numbing medicine around the operating site to help relieve some of the immediate pain the patient may feel after
Immediate?
surgery.
Of course. Ah!
And
Why is there
lastly,
immediate
we'll place
pain?
a small dressing over the wound to absorb any residual blood.
Dressing? Like which one? Don't put the one salt and vinegar. That's gonna really, really burn. Don't use salt and vinegar. May I suggest Italian? Maybe.
We'll immobilize the wrist with a splint and a sling, and after 1 to 3 hours, our patient is sent home to recover. Our patient needs to keep in mind that because of some of the medications we used, he may experience a bit of nausea. He will also be given pain medication to help relieve the discomfort he'll feel in his wrist. Once our patient returns home, he'll be asked to follow specific instructions for driving, exercise, and medication.
Wait a minute. Does anyone think he looks like Trevor from GTA 5? He really does look like Trevor, at least a relative of Trevor.
This will include keeping his hand elevated above his heart for the first few days after surgery. About 2 weeks after surgery, we'll remove our patient's stitches,
That's what he has to
and
do.
he'll be gradually allowed to return to his normal routines in 4 to 6 weeks.
Wait a minute. Why is the middle of his hand black like that? Doctor, what have you done? Don't blink at me like that, you weirdo. You put more than just a sedative in his hand. You did something else. He is the reason for the plague.
And that's a limited open carpal tunnel
Okay,
release
I don't know what
surgery.
I'm talking about.
Thanks for stopping by. Why
Surgery
not
Scott,
try out
don't
some
sue
of
me,
the other
please.
amazing surgeries here on SurgerySquad.com?
Sure thing. Next video. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. If you want more surgery things, make sure you freaking comment Surgery Squad for life. And go do your own carpal tunnel surgery down below. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.